Live from their living rooms, it's The Director's Chair with Stanton Welch.
Hello everybody, this is Stanton Welch and we're here with another Houston Ballet vlog. And today I have with me Soo Cho. Hello Soo, how are you?
Hello, nice to meet you. Good, I'm good. Thank you. How are you?
I'm well. Are you bored yet?
No, actually very busy. Like no time to get like chillax actually. I mean, the schedule is really different, like changed. But you know, I'm a morning person, so I always wake up early and do stuff and it's do things and it's already time to go bed. I feel like every day it's really going fast but it's good. It's good.
Well, that is good.
You know? Yeah.
Yeah, catch up on everything.
Yeah.
So just for our audience, Soo, can you
Yes.
tell us a little bit about where you're from and,
Yes.
and when was the moment where you decided that you wanted to be a classical dancer? Like when you decided that ballet was the thing for you?
Okay. So originally I'm from South Korea and I started ballet when I was age 4. The reason why, because when I was young, I didn't like to eat. And I don't understand why, but at the time, so my mom was very stressed to feed me. So she thought something like activity stuff might be helps. So near my home, there's like a small ballet school. So I started and I just loved it. And since then, from my kindergarten time, my dream was I want to be a ballerina.
Wow.
And yeah, so from my home to get to the ballet studio, there's a big street has to cross. So when I was young, so my mom always helped make sure to safely I cross to the street and then, you know, I know how to get there. But one day my mom was so sick, Sue, maybe I cannot help you to get there. Let's rest today. And I was like crying, Mom, I have to go there. It's like, I loved it and I don't know why. And until now, I, you know, never felt like I want to give up or I want to stop. Like, I don't know. And my family, no one is like ballet, like history and stuff, only just me. But from when I was young that I had this passion that, you know, I want to be ballet dancer.
Do you remember a performance that you saw when you were young that was very special or a dancer that you really loved that you saw?
Yeah, I mean, oh yes, so when I was a really kid, I had a best friend and then actually her parents kind of founded the Swan Lake performance from Kirov, the Russian Kirov ballet company. And I was, you know, it was a sitting, I was really a seated from far away above. And I thought they're not a human. That's I still remember. I thought they were like real swan. And I remember like, I don't know, this still like, I remember, wow, the many swan is dancing. That's in my heart and my memory. So I want to be like that. That's how I remember this white tutu. And yeah, that was my first performance I seen, yeah, in Korea.
So then you started ballet in Korea and then
Yeah.
you went to Canada, right? Could you talk a little bit about how did you end up in America?
Yeah, so after I learned from my first ballet school and the middle of high school, I entered the professional school, which is like also learning study, but also, you know, the arts.
Mm-hmm.
So I learned the both, and I got opportunity to try the international competition named Prix de Lausanne, and I just, you know, I always like to challenge. So, and I know this competition is very difficult. And I remember mom was like, why don't you practice one more year and then you can try like next year? And I was like, Mom, I want to try. So I went there and I didn't expect I would be a winner, but it could happen. And then I got a scholarship and I had to go to the school. Otherwise my, the prize gonna be canceled. So actually when I was dancing, learning, studying in Korea, my dream was I want to be prima ballerina in Korea, but it just didn't happen. And yeah, and when
But where did you go? You went to Canada, Toronto? What school?
Yes, National Ballet School in Canada, in Toronto. Yes, and when I was studying in the Korea, because my school and my home was far away, so I lived like myself. I just come back in the winter. Maybe most time my grandmother helped take care of me and stuff. So I was so excited when I, go to Canada school, like, I can do this. I gonna learn English and, something new, culture. And I was so excited. And after I entered, and I just remember I had a really bad homesick. I was like crying and I don't know what to do. I called every time to my parents and it was a little bit hard in my memory.
How long were you there?
I was there like 1 year, and Maven Stanton, which is director, she told me like, Sue, you have to find a company. So she sent it to the Kranko school to Germany. So I moved to there, and yeah, it was a little bit different, but I liked it because I trained in the little bit Baganova style in Korea from Russian teacher. So when I moved to Kranko school, actually it was more fit with me. Yeah.
Yeah. And so then you joined a company, and as a young dancer, you get into a ballet company, and suddenly you've been the star of the ballet school, and now you're back in the court of ballet. And can you talk a little bit about that transition, and what would you say to a young dancer if you knew what you know now? What would you say about that transition?
Yeah, I mean, honestly, for me, it wasn't easy to find the job. Like I tried so many company like audition, and maybe, I don't know, it was a little bit hard, but I find that I got a job from Leipzig Ballet in Germany. And at the time, in my inside, I want to dance more, but it was so hard to get opportunity. So in my mind is that I always watch like, principal or dancers or, like hire people like, oh, I wish that I can dance like that. Like, oh, they're so wonderful. And there's a more time always like practice myself, but it was, yeah, it's not like actually I could dance like many things, but I learned a lot from just watching or, yeah.
And so from Leipzig, how long were you there?
I was there 2 years. I started from Atlantis, then Court.
And who was the director at that time?
At that time, Paul Chammer, Ubesh was already passed away. So yeah, but we still could a lot of the Ubesh Rose Ballet.
Work.
Yeah.
And then from there you went to Tulsa?
Yes. It's very weird. I liked the Leipzig Ballet so much, but the ballet was so small. When I tried the competition the same year as Prix de Lausanne, I was at the Varna competition in Bulgaria. And I met one of the friends, and actually I didn't remember when I joined the company, but he recognized me, and he was so nice to me. And he was like, so I think you should go to America. And I had no idea. So he said, like, you do this Black Swan variation and this variation, and then, okay, let's record. And he kind of helped me, and I don't know why. So I tried it, and I went to audition. But it was good that when I was young, I made the American visa. So it was I could use it. So that was a perfect time, actually, for audition.
Yeah.
And yeah. For me, everything wasn't my plan, but it's just to go step, like that.
And then how long were you in Tulsa before coming to Houston Ballet?
5 years.
Wow. Right. And how long have you been here for now?
So I joined here, you mean the United States?
No, in Houston Ballet.
I joined 2012. So, oh my God, already years.
Yeah.
Wow. Time goes so fast. Really.
It definitely does. So can you tell us about a moment from your past where you remember where you got a big role? Maybe it was your first big role. Maybe it was just an opening night. Maybe it was something that was just important to you that you think back fondly of and think, wow, that was a turning point in my career.
I don't know. I don't know. like turning point from that. But when I danced the Taming of the Shrew, I guess 2013 or 14, not sure. But I had to dance with the former principal dancer with Simon Ball. And that was, I mean, a little bit nervousness, and, you know, I have to be a good partner. And he was really taking me so much and taught me a lot of things. And also it was not just, I mean, I was honored to dance with him, but also it was his retired performance. And so I wanted to be good. So I remember I really worked hard for me, but for him too, you know.
Yeah.
That was for me, the heart was, yeah.
Can you think of a time in your career when you were thrown on in a role, where you suddenly had to do something you weren't expecting, someone got injured, or you had a new partner, some moment that you can think of like that?
I don't know about that, but I have a memory that I had the lifetime got injured, like maybe before the performance or during the performance, I sprained my ankle and stuff like that. But I don't know. I don't remember. Like, I just go for it for somebody. I don't know.
I'm sure you've been going on many times.
Yes.
Nutcracker's always got things like that.
Yes. Yes.
So let's talk about being choreographed on, because you've been choreographed on a lot here by different choreographers, and explain that for people who are not in ballet, how that process happens. What is a dancer's job, or what are you trying to do to make the ballet with the choreographer?
Yeah, I think as a dancer, I think we need to have really a passionate work and work with this choreographer. We have to like fit with the choreographer what they want, and as a dancer we have to try for that. It's like kind of like a painter drawing like a white paper and draw, and like we are like
the color.
Yes, exactly. So, and for me it's always new creation or anything. For me it's in my mind it's like a first time, like, because it's like first time I start ballet or shoes, or, you know, everything new process. And I want to keep this freshness and this excitement. I don't want to lose it.
Yeah.
And also thing like this thing is the last, so the time is never coming back, you know. This current is very important, because so I know it's every job might be hard, but sometimes even though I enjoy myself what I'm doing, there's a hard time. But then when I'm thinking of this, the first exciting moment, and this might be last moment, if I this combination, that the feeling, if I don't lose it, then it's just there. And, you know, I always, it's not for, of course it's for choreographer, it is important, but for myself, I want to do my best all the time. Because, you know, we are performer, we have to some point, we have to go on the stage, and the reel is really hard. And I have almost like 20 years experience as a professional ballet dancer, and always it's really hard, no matter what, you know, that rules is not main rule, or I done this one many times. For me, it doesn't matter. So so when I work with a choreographer, I wanna, maybe sometimes I frustrate because I don't really get it, and I get it, but it doesn't really comes out right away. But I like this process, and I like progress, and I like this work because it's challenging. And yeah, that's why maybe I love ballet, and I can't, I can't live without it.
Great. Do you think in your career of a moment when you were on stage and you felt like you completely transformed into the character? You forgot where you were, you're crying, you're laughing. You know how some of those performances, you just have that experience? Can you tell us of one of them for you?
Okay. I think I'm a very shy person. But somehow, I think as an artist, I think we have to bring this inside things. I don't know if that's the right word, but we have to fire on the stage. We have to bring this, and sometimes I'm surprised myself that, am I like has this character inside? Because either I do like sometimes sweet things, but sometimes I do these evil things, and the monster things that coming up on the stage, and I'm like, am I really that bad? I'm sorry. What was yeah. That's why it's really fun on the stage. But anyway, so I remember when I did maybe, I don't know, dramatic way, maybe Suzuki, and I did Suzuki. She's very sweet and kind, and she's always take care. But this with the choreograph and with this beautiful music, I felt it was already many years ago, but it feels like I don't have to think like I have to act and stuff. It just bring up into the end. It's like I couldn't have, because I have to fake it actually, because my lash is gonna fall down. But it's like I have to be like, I couldn't control my emotion, and then my lips and like my face is it's so bad. Sometimes I have to be act, but I can't control my emotion in this. It's come up.
I love those moments. They're my favorite ones as a performer.
Yeah, I mean, it's anything. I like a dramatic. I like a story, and even there's a nothing story ballet. I like to create my own. I mean, I'm not gonna say it to people, but that way it helps, and it's more fun to dance, not just to dance, you know? Yeah.
So just one more question. I'm trying with everybody to talk about describing the feeling you have with the audience when you're on stage and you can feel the audience there, the energy.
Yeah.
Can you find words to explain that emotion or that connection that we have with our live audience when we're together?
Yeah, I think we talk about, I think as a dancer, like we need this passion and fire. And when we go on stage, we have to dance with our full of heart and like our soul. And even though we are not speaking to the audience, we have to tell this out, my thought and my stories through my, emotion, and just the dance, the movement I have to tell. And for me, I don't know, maybe I'm a little bit crazy, but I want to be perfect. I want to try my best show to the audience, because I mean, of course it's for myself, but audience it's very important. So that's why maybe always I have a little bit pressure that in my mind, I want to show the perfect one, even though you're really not perfect, but I want a best one. So when I have a, preparing performance, like even pick the shoes, or I put on makeup or do my hair, I prepare like 2-3 hours before the show, because I want it to be a perfect. I want to be pretty. I want to, maybe others, maybe they don't know how much I effort putting in, but it doesn't matter. I believe that they can understand, and I want to do just even little things. I want to do my best. And when I go on stage, I just do my best, and always like curtain down. Of course, I'm happy that all my hard work is done, but same time, I always think little regret, like, I could done this more better, like, why I this mistake, or, like, and then a lot of like thoughts in my mind, and there's a time to go the final curtain bow. And when I go on stage, and the moment really, how to say, special, and I feel I'm the happiest woman that moment, because I don't know, it's so grateful and thankful that I feel, I mean, I try my best, but I know it wasn't perfect, but the audience, they applause to me and cheer up, and I feel like a lot of like emotion and thought in my mind, and I think and I learned myself like, I have to work more hard and I have to prove myself so that whenever next time people come to see show, and I want to show the better one. And there's a lot of the emotions going on, and you know, most people maybe they're happy when they bow, but if you guys see me really close up, I always the smile is the lips are shaking and my tears are, because it's happy, but I cannot describe my feeling, but it's very thankful and grateful. And as a dancer, as a performer, the audience is so important, and I really appreciate how much they supported us, you know, no matter what. And that's for me really big connection between the audience and as a dancer. Yeah, I mean, of course, best part is like I'm dancing on the stage, but besides that, I think that's the one of the special moment, the performance. Yeah.
Well, great. So thank you very much, and we'll see you soon again.
Yes, see you soon.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye.